We got Aidan Crowley. Hello everyone, how are you? So yeah, this is my first night of stand-up. I have a lot to live up to. My uncle's a comedian, so that sucks. I work at a summer sports camp for, you know, like grades K through 8. Does anyone work with kids? One person works with kids. I guess this story won't be that funny. This is a story about my best birthday gift that I've ever gotten. Basically, for camp, we get assigned, like, each week, oh, like, you have to go bring this group of kids off campus. So, and everybody hates it, because you're there for, like, 4 hours to some random place, like, teaching kids how to make, like, a birdhouse or something like that. Even though it's a sports camp, it doesn't make any sense. So, I, of course, it's my birthday, it's Wednesday, it's middle of July. The person who gets assigned to take the kids off doesn't show up. So all my friend counselors are like, oh, this will be funny, let's let Aidan take kids to archery. So I'm, alright, this is great. Alright, I'm a positive thinking guy, I'm like, alright, let's do this. So I go up to all the kids, you know, it's like a group of kids, you know, they want to like grow up and be like fucking knights or something. They love shooting bows and stuff like that. So I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, he's alright. He's alright, cool. And then, I hate this kid. I have to take this kid no matter what. I love kids, by the way. I'm sorry if I make fun of them, but... so, we go on this 45-minute bus ride to the middle of nowhere. I get off, and the place is locked. I'm like, this is alright. And it just begins to pour out. It's not raining, pouring. I'm talking just down falling on us. There's no roof, there's nowhere to sit, there's no one around, there's no people anywhere. It's just me, I just turned 18 years old, and like 10 kids at like 6 years old, they don't even know what to do with their life. And so I'm standing there like, alright, I don't even know what to do. And so all of a sudden, 15 minutes later, this lady comes out of this huge truck. She's holding a chihuahua in one hand, and a fucking bow in the other. She's 6'4", she's like 250, she's like a linebacker. She comes walking up, yeah, alright, I'll let you in, alright. So, we walk up into this factory, whatever this place is, and we go up to the second floor, and I'm holding two kids' hands, they're like 7 years old, and we're walking by, and it's like a gun shop, and there's like a rifle, and this is my rifle, my Magnum. We're walking by, and I'm holding these 6-year-olds, and I'm like, where are we? And like, on a positive note, I care about my generation. You know, I'm a Democrat, so that's my political joke. Check that off. So to cut to the chase, the kids are sitting in a circle, okay, and this is a very disturbing story, so just bear with me. The kids sit in a circle, and I'm sitting in the back, just kind of standing there. I got an awesome lunch my mom packed me for my birthday, and I'm just kind of chilling. And I'm eating these Cheetos, and this woman is like teaching these kids how to shoot the bows. And I'm like, okay, well, we're 2 days in, so like, what did you teach them the first 2 days? Like, oh, hey, Jimmy, don't shoot the arrow at the other kid. Shoot his head again. And so I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, it just smells like straight shit. And there's 10 kids, and it smells so bad. And I'm looking around, I'm the only one that like smells this. That's what I'm looking at. And all of a sudden this kid, Connor Paul, you don't know him, obviously. This 10-year-old, he gets up, and he just runs for the exit. Like, runs through here. And I'm standing there, and I freeze mid-Cheeto, and I'm just like, and I kid you not, I'm not making up any of this. This kid, the stuff is just dripping. Like, I'm talking like a waterfall, down his leg. Oh my God, I'm just frozen. I'm like, okay, that's, what? I just turned 18 and like, I don't know, I was still maturing at the time, so I was like, okay, well I'm the counselor, I need to be mature about this. At the same time, I'm like, holy shit. This shit is fucking pants. And so, I'm looking around, I'm collecting my thoughts this entire time, and I look down, and the kids, no one's noticed anything. I see a stain on the ground. It's disgusting. I'm talking like a basketball. It's just like in the rug, this old rug. And I'm like, oh God. Of course this happens. And so the woman starts smelling something. She's like, what's that smell? Remember, she's carrying the dog in the boat still. What's that smell? What's that smell? And the kids start smelling. They're starting to get like all antsy about it. They're like, oh, the dog poop, the dog poop. She's like, no, that's a human poop. No shit, Sherlock. Someone shit their pants. And so these kids are starting to get all wild up. Like, oh, it's disgusting, it's disgusting. And they're moving around. And she's like, stay still, stay still. And so all of a sudden, this sweetheart, Autumn, she's 7 years old. She's so sweet. And she is, unfortunately, right in front of the stain. She always tells me how she's like a gymnast. Fucking liar. And so she starts like, you know, she's sitting down. She starts like, woo, like playing Twister with the stain. And I'm like, oh my God. And I still haven't spoken up yet. And I'm like, why am I doing this to her? But it's like a show, and I'm like, oh my God. And so all of a sudden she does a tumble backwards. It rolls over this, whatever it is. It gets like on her hair, and then she like stands up, like puts her hands on it, and then she looks back and she's like, did you see that, Aidan? I said, yeah. And she comes over, she runs up to me, she's like to give me a hug. I'm like, oh, not now, not now. So then I'm like, this is the time I have to do it. So I pause everyone, I was like, everyone, time out. We have 4 hours here, you'll learn later. I bring it to the side, the lady. I'm like, listen, Connor Paul, he had an accident. She's like, oh shit. Of course it was Connor. I was like, all right, well I guess I'm not the only immature one here. And so we go around, and I'm like, okay, we should probably check on this kid. He's been in there for about 30 minutes. And so we're like creeping around the corner. It's like a scene out of a horror movie. And remember, we're in the gun shop, there's guns everywhere. And there's just like one random bathroom in the corner. And we're just standing there staring like, Connor? We're like at a distance, like 20 feet away. Hey Connor, how you doing, buddy? And the door swings open, and he begins to walk up. And he like comes up to me, and he's kind of an artsy, we're all artsy. But he's kind of, you know, one of those kids who, like I said, wants to be a knight, but loves like playing Wii. One of those kids. He goes home and plays Wii all night. And so it's like, hey, I'm great. And I'm like, and I kid you not, it's me here, the woman there, and he's standing there looking at me. And it's all over his shirt. It's on his fucking hands. It's on his front of his legs. And it's in his like shoes and socks. What the hell did you do in there for 30 minutes? Kids not teach your fucking kids how to clean themselves. So he says he's great, and he begins to like take off, like he's gonna go shoot some arrows. And I'm like, Connor, whoa, slow down, buddy. And he turns, so now his ass is facing me, and there's just this huge circle. And I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. This just gets worse and worse. And it's on the back of his legs, of course. And so I'm like, okay, Connor, go back in the bathroom, and we're gonna fix this whole situation. And he goes back in, and he doesn't know how to do anything. It's just, and I'm talking, this smell was awful. I mean, you can imagine that, but the whole place is like just starting to reek. So the woman's like, okay, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna take the kid across the street to the fitness center, and you're gonna give him a shower. I'm like, oh my God, great. Well, I'm thinking to myself, there's nobody in there. I don't even know what town I'm in. So there's probably no one in this fitness center. And I walk into the fitness center. I'm walking this kid across the street in pouring rain. There's shit on him still. And I'm like, okay. And I enter the fitness center, and of course, there's an attractive female working the counter. Hey, and then there's a football team working out, a whole bunch of like alpha males. I'm like, this is just fun, huh? Great way to show myself. And so I go up to the lady. I'm like, hey, I'm from this camp, and this kid kind of made a little bit of a mess. Can I use one of your showers? And she's like, yeah, of course. I'm like, all right. So I walk into the bathroom, passing all these people. They're all staring at me. I'm just laughing. So, that sucks. And so we go into the shower, and there's a group full of men there too, and they immediately evacuate. And I'm like, yeah. I get it. And so I turn the shower on. I'm like, you know how to shower yourself, buddy, right? And he's like, yeah. All right, great. You obviously know how to shit yourself. So he gets in the shower, I have to turn it on for him. And he gets in, and he starts doing his thing, and I'm like, okay, great, good work. I'm obviously not fucking watching, okay, you fucking turds. Fucking watching. And I'm standing on the outside, and it's smelling, and I'm thinking to myself, do we have any clothes? Like, do we have towels or something to give this kid? Luckily, he had to actually change of clothes, but we had no towel. So I go up to the lady and I'm like, do we have any towels? And she's like, no, we don't have towels at this fitness center. Of course they don't have towels. So I start ripping off the paper towels. I'm like, here. He dries himself, he changes himself, great. Congrats. This is the worst part. I'm the one who has to take care of the actual shit, okay? It's in his like, what do you mean, swimsuit, okay? And he obviously doesn't know how to take care of himself, so I'm like, okay, Connor, you stand here. And so I turn on the shower nozzle, and I'm just like this, and I hold it in, and I'm like, okay, nothing's doing anything, and I have to like take both my hands, and I just like flip it, and it's like a fucking, if you were to take a bucket of shit and just dump it, that's what happened. And it was like on the walls, and I was like, this is not good. What is going on right now? And it's everywhere, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And it fucking stinks. And I'm just like, this fucking sucks. This is my birthday. I'm gonna put fucking $6 an hour at this camp. Okay? $6, yeah, it's legal because it's a Jewish community center. No, nothing against. That's a different story. So I'm doing it, and I luckily get all these things cleaned. And, you know, I put him in a bag, and it is the most disgusting moment of my life. And so finally I walk the kid back, he's happy, he's loving this. He's having the time of his life. And so I walk back up to the stairs, to the, archery place, and it reeks. I'm talking, if you were to, like, smell the air right now, the air was shit. That's what it was, okay? If you were to smell shit, that would be better. Awful, I don't know what to do. Like, I tried opening the windows, I don't know how to handle this. After trying to settle all the kids down, and it still, you know, it stinks, I am not making this up. A woman and a cop come up the stairs, and they're like, oh my God. And they go, did the sewer break? Because we got a police call that the sewer broke. This lady was outside, and she smelled it. And she had to call a cop. She got the fucking place and blew up. So, this is so sad for the kid. I'm like, oh my God, this kid's gonna get harassed for the rest of his life for this. Like, usually people come up to, you know, like up to your friends like, yeah, I shit my pants in 3rd grade. But this kid did not just shit his pants. He fucking like shut down an archery center. So, that's something he'll be hearing for the rest of his life because of this. Clay, thanks for filming it. So, to end it off, basically, you know, this cop's like, okay, I'm just making sure everything's okay. They have to evacuate the building. We get out. I'm like, we're out of here. I'm calling the bus. We're going. I'm not dealing with this anymore. So I arrive back at the camp, and I texted all my counselors what was going on, and you know, I arrive, and everyone just kind of turns and just starts laughing at me, and I'm like, yeah, that's real fucking funny, guys. Yeah, this is my birthday, and then I sit down, and to kind of end it off, the next day, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I have this kind of like friendship with this kid now. Me and him, we're kind of tight. Like, we've been through it all. But at the same time, I'm like, I hate this kid. He literally ruined my birthday. And so I love him, but I hate him. And I see him, I'm like, hey, Connor. Hey, buddy, the next day in the morning, it's like 8 in the morning. How you feeling? I feel great. And I'm like, good. You tell your parents? She's like, yeah, they were perfectly fine with it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's good. Glad they're fine with it. I look down, and he's wearing the same fucking swimsuit. It's washed, but like, I would have burned that shit. Okay, so, that was that. So, I share this with you just because, I mean, it was obviously the weirdest moment and most disgusting moment of my life, but it was also like a memory on my birthday that I will never forget, and I don't know, I like sharing it. So that's the story.
First time doing stand-up, killed it. Hey, listen, I love you guys.
Bye.